good stuff right there. Coffee time with me, cause I'm not Danny. Isn't she cute? Isn't Danny cute? She doesn't have this mug though.
First we start off with foundation and putting it on, and so a lot of times I use the beauty blender. I use a sponge, okay? So there's two that I like really well. One is on a higher spectrum and the other is lower. So anyway, we have in the left hand, we have the higher priced option of the beauty blender sponge. And you may see sponges that look just like this. They are not. There's one beauty blender, okay? Okay, several different colors though. This one is the red carpet one. Then in this hand I have a lower cost option that is very nice. It is the Real Techniques. This is only about $7. This is $20. Okay. This, however, this is got a very unique squishiness about it that's different than the Beauty Blender that I really do like. And if it wasn't for the fact that this sucker tears up so fast, I mean, look at this. Can you see the chunk right there that's out of it? And it'll crack and everything else soon. See, you can already see it's starting to break down. And I've used it like 3 times. But it does have a very nice feel. I like the flat angle on this. And it's just really nice. Like I said, if it didn't break down, I would actually probably buy this over the Beauty Blender because I like the way it feels. But this one here, when you get it wet, it grows twice this size. And there's just nothing else that pounces like a Beauty Blender. So high-priced option in sponge, low-priced alternative. And there we go. All right, for the foundation brush. My favorite high-end brush so far is my new baby, the Sephora 53. Introduced to me by Amy Miranda, and I'll link her video down below, where she talked about this brush. Okay, so this is so nice. This thing puts on your foundation so nice, leaves no marks. They say airbrush finish, but I've had an airbrush machine before, so it's not really that, but it is a lovely, lovely finish with every foundation that I've ever used it with. So I really like that. Now, if you can't afford this brush, then this Real Techniques doesn't do too bad of a job. So I like to use this and just kind of do this all around my face to avoid brush marks. This leaves no brush marks. So high end, low end. Now moving on to contour. This is my very favorite brush to contour with. This is the Sephora number 77. And it has a slope. It's very dense. As you can see, I've used it today. And one other thing that we're going to do in this video is go over spot cleaning your brushes. Okay, so the cheap or the more affordable version, if you're just starting out with makeup brushes, Coastal Scents makes a brush. This is it. I've washed this thing. I can't even tell you how many times. It's dense. It's kind of like a stippling brush, but it's really dense and gets in the hollows and around here very nicely to contour with. I like contouring with this. Actually, you can put on your foundation with it, contour with it. It's a nice all-around brush that doesn't cost a lot of money. Setting powders for under the eye, those brushes. All right, this is the Goss number 2. This gets right in here. It can be used for blush. It can be used for highlighter. It can be used for setting. This is the most soft thing in the whole world. I just want to carry this thing around and just like go like this all day long on my face. So this is a very nice brush. And then the affordable version would be the Real Techniques. Also gets the job done for a fraction of the cost. Nowhere near as soft, but if you're just starting out, this is a really good brush to own. My favorite cheap brush is such a high-end brush. I have 3 to show you. I have like your high-end, midline, and very affordable, I'm just starting out brush. Okay, so my favorite brush is this. This is the HOWDY T4. I just don't even know what to say. Sometimes I take this to bed with me at night and it sleeps on a pillow next to me. I love this. Don't do this. Don't go get these brushes, okay? If you don't want to turn into somebody who hates all their other brushes, don't buy these expensive brushes. Okay, just kidding. It is a good idea to, as time goes by, to invest in brushes that you use a lot. Like a cheek brush, you're always going to use that. So, you know, invest in something nice. But if you can't have this brush, or one even better, they make some that are really, really expensive. I saw one that was like $400 and some. You have my permission to commit me if you see me with a $400 brush. Unless somebody sent it to me. Okay, my midline. I love this. It Cosmetics, in my opinion, makes some of the best brushes out there. You know, they're affordable, and they are oh so soft. But this is such a nice blush brush. And then if you're just starting out, this one is nice. It's the Morphe one, and I like it because it fits your cheek area so nice. Fits right down into most pans of blush. Right there. And there you are. And, you know, if you're just starting out, this is a super nice brush. Let's talk about my favorite powder brushes. So a high-end or a more high-end powder brush that's not ridiculous, like that $400 and some brush I saw, is this. I love. And the Jumbo It brush too. Oh, do not love this. This is so soft and it's perfect. And what do I use it for? My Hourglass powders, my Guerlain powder balls. I love this brush for that kind of powder. And the more affordable version would be the Real Techniques. Also a very big brush. Let's talk about concealer brushes, because I'm not going in any particular order here, am I? Okay, so I love to use this Sigma P84. It's a little angled, sort of stiff kind of brush to do concealing if I'm going to use a brush. A lot of times I'll use the Beauty Blender for that, but if I'm going to use a brush, then I will use this. And a more affordable version that does the same thing but has a different head on it, but it's really quite nice, is one from Coastal Scents. Coastal Scents makes some very good starter brushes. All of my first brushes came from Coastal Scents. And okay, this is a dense brush, but it gets right in here. So it's a very nice brush. I've washed this thing 1,000 times, I bet, and not one bristle has fallen out of it. Let's talk about two brushes that I think that don't really fall into a category here, or one of them falls into a category that of other brushes, but they're just two brushes. e.L.f. makes brushes that are extremely affordable, and two of my favorite e.L.f. brushes cost $1 and $2. Okay, and that would be these two. So this one here, this brush is $1. $1. This brush takes a beating, okay? And you know what? It's soft. This brush has multiple uses. You can use this to work your crease. The next brush by e.L.f. that I think you just cannot live without, and you know their blush brush is really nice too. That's $3, okay? But the next brush that I think that you absolutely cannot live without is this fan brush for the brows. Okay, now I would have brought my Anastasia brush over here because it's a higher end brush and it has a spoolie on the end, but I personally like using powders and I find that its bristles are too hard. I like something a little more soft. So there's two brushes that I really like. This one here is from a company called Beauty Junkees. Okay, now you're getting ready to hear a lot about Beauty Junkees because I actually love their brushes. All right, and Morphe. This little tiny little Morphe angled brush is perfect size of my brows, and so is this. So I like these two. This one is like $9.47 or something like that. and this one is like $4. So either one of these two I find to be really, really good. Now, this brush is supposed to be used for eyeliner, it says on it, but I like to use it for my brows and not eyeliner. All right, so then another brush that I consider to be invaluable for your eyes is what I use to go underneath my lower lash line with shadow. And I will do one of two things usually. I will pull out and look for one of these flat brushes. It's called a definer, but you've heard me call them pushers. Okay, so this one here was the first one that I own. This is the very affordable one. This is a one by Beauty Junkees. It is their flat definer brush, and this works really good to get right underneath your lash line and even come up for a little wing here. All right. Again, all their brushes, all these eye brushes sell for like $9 or $10 each. And then this one here by Coastal Scents is the BRCS40. Now, I don't want to mislead you here. These are two, this is very, very affordable, and I use this for a very long time. And I still will use it if all of my ones like this one are dirty. But this is like nicer. This is, I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure it's synthetic fibers, but this is more like plastic. I mean, it's just different, but it works good. This one's more densely packed, okay, than this one, but this will get you by in a pinch. But my favorite one then is the Beauty Junkees one. I'm going to set that aside because I want to talk to you about those in a second. And if I don't use that, then I'll go under here with a pencil brush. And this one also is from Beauty Junkees. All right, now let's talk about shaders, okay? So what are shader brushes for? Shader brushes are to pack the eyeshadow on top of your lid. Now, my favorite and shader is also by Beauty Junkees. Now, I want to make clear that Beauty Junkees is not paying me in any way to say anything about their brushes. I did write them and ask them to do something for me, which you'll find out in a minute, but they haven't paid me. I have bought 4 sets of their brushes myself. I love their brushes, so yeah. All right, so the one that I consider the higher end one then is the Beauty Junkees, and like I said, it's, you know, not ridiculous. I'm not talking about a Tom Ford brush, but $10 for a brush is, I think, you cannot beat this. The shader brush is I pack shadow on my lid with, okay? So this one is $10, and e.L.f. makes one called the C brush that's $3. Okay, the blending and crease brushes. All right. My absolute favorite, I'm not going to lie to you, is my Goss number 3. Okay, there's just... okay, there's nothing like this. It is so soft. And for an aging eye with skin that moves all around, you do not want to be using a brush that's hard. Okay, so this Goss is like heaven. Marry me. Please marry me. This is like the best blending brush that I own is this. All right, but what if you can't get that? Well, there's 2 that are pretty darn good. They're not as soft, of course, as a Goss, but look at the price difference, okay? The next one would be either a Sephora, their standard classic blending brush, which is made of pony hair. But I actually kind of like this Beauty Junkie one's a little bit better because it's got the longer handle so that I can get my hand back on this and really work into the crease. When you see me on camera doing my makeup, most of the time you see me with a Beauty Junkees brush, and there's a reason for it. These brushes just are so nice, and I've washed them and washed them and washed them, and they're just super, super nice. So yeah, if you're just starting out, I really do recommend that you go for these. If you can't do that, if you can't do $10, then you can get these at Coastal Scents for like $4 a piece. And when I first started out buying my makeup brushes, I got about 50 of these. Because they were just so, and they've all been washed and carried, and they hold up really nice. Okay. And Beauty Junkees also makes one of those with a longer handle so that you can get back. Now, what I do is, I want to tell you about a couple of other Beauty Junkie brushes, just because there's one, they have told me that what they will do for me is give me my favorite brush to give to a subscriber. When I buy my Beauty Junkie brushes, what I do is I buy this set, the 8-piece set. This, unlike all, there's so many sets online, but they offer you a bunch of brushes that you won't actually use. This, in my opinion, is the way to go. Okay? The 8-piece Beauty Junkies brush set has these brushes in them. Okay? Several of them were the brushes that I showed you today. So you have what they call the Tapered blending brush, which was that one you saw me working in and was the affordable Wayne Goss. Okay? Then you've got the Crease brush, which is just not as fluffy. You see? Whoops. There we go. Not as fluffy. And then this, which is a blending brush. You get the pencil brush. You get the eyeliner brush that I use for my brows. You get that pusher definer brush that I talked about, my favorite shader. And this is my favorite Beauty Junkies brush. So this is the one that I'm going to be suggesting that they allow one of my subscribers to have. So if I were you, I would want this brush right here, and then get a set, and then you'll get another one of these. So you'll have 2 of these. Now, why is this my favorite Beauty Junkies brush? Okay, like so many other people, you've heard of the outer V, right? Okay, and I've had so many people ask me and tell me I have such a problem with that. I can't do that, but this brush here makes that extremely easy to do. You just dip into your shadow and you come in this way, and then you turn the brush 180 degrees and hit it again, and you've got a V. That's why. It is so soft for our aging, wrinkly eyes. Okay? So what I did was I approached Beauty Junkies and asked them if they would be willing to give my subscribers that. And they did. They said that they would. So we're having a contest at the end of this, and it will be to win this brush, this angled shader, and 25% off any brushes that you buy from them. But I would suggest you really go for one of their sets, particularly the eye set, because you can't beat it. Now, let's talk about that spot cleaning stuff. This is a formulation called Cinema Secrets, okay? And I buy the big 32-ounce. It averages out, if you do the math and compare it to like Sephora, I think it's like $1.75 an ounce, whereas Sephora is like $4 an ounce. Okay, then I pour it in this bottle that you can pick up at the Kroger or anywhere else where they sell cleaning supplies. And then all you do is spray it on the paper towel.
Rub it up, rub it up, rub it up, rub it up.
See? You say the magic words. Clean, dry, ready to go again tomorrow. So, Cinema Secrets. is my secret. All right then. So if you're not having a blessed day, please go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you. See ya. Bye.
Which fist? Come on. You pick. Haha. You didn't see that, did you? I'm gonna make them go away, okay? Ready? Now you see them? Ready? Now you don't. See? They're gone. I'm a magician. Okay. I had to go on an expedition after this, and it was having a fight with a dust bunny. And I'm in heaven. You will be in heaven too if you use this, 'cause I'm making up songs that sound like the Brady Bunch. And I don't know why I did that. So whatever. Okay, this brush takes a beating and it keeps on smacking me in the nose. It is absolutely necessary to have a mustache from time to time and to sing songs with mustaches, because people will think that it's funny. Like, say you're in trouble at your job. Your boss will forgive you if you talk to him like this and make a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be late for the 500th time. Brush. Okay. Big powder brushes. Big, boom, boom. Okay, I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. You take a paper towel and you go get yourself, you go in your husband's garage and you get you some windshield wiper fluid. And then you use this on this towel to clean your brushes. That's a lie. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Chicka hold up, chicka hold up. Chicka hold up. Oh, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. With all my subscribers in his backpack, he has toys for you. And I tried to rhyme but failed, so I'm very